safe for my child to wear a winter coat in their car seat? This is a question that we at Safe Kids Missoula get every winter. And the answer is, with proper precautions, it can be. I'm here with Steve Schmidt of Buckle Up Montana Missoula County Coalition, and we're going to talk to you about why coats and car seats can be dangerous and what you can do to keep your child snug and safe in the winter.
So there are some major concerns that you need to consider when you're buckling your child up in their car seat with a big heavy coat or snowsuit on. We're in the middle of Montana. It's cold outside. It's winter. You want to make sure that your child is warm, but you also want to make sure that your child is safe. Kara, can you tell me a little bit about why this might be a dangerous option to have a big heavy coat on underneath the harness of a car seat?
Yeah, so it really comes down to the fit of the harness against your child. When your child is in the car seat, the harness should fit snug enough so that when you pinch the fabric between your pointer finger and thumb, you shouldn't be able to grab any excess fabric. That's what we call the pinch test, and that should always be your go-to when checking to see if your harness is tight. What happens with a puffy winter coat or snowsuit is that there's so much air in the fabric that even though it feels like this is tight, it's not actually tight enough to your child. So right now, I can't pinch any fabric. This feels like it's tight enough, but if I unbuckle the bear, take her coat off, put her back in, I'm going to show you how loose the harness actually is against the child.
So now as we're buckling this back up again, I want you to notice how loose these straps are now that we've taken this big, thick, heavy, puffy coat off.
So there is a lot of room between the bear and the harness right now. I can fit my whole hand in there. I can pinch a ton of excess fabric. And this was tight when the coat was on. So you may have thought that it was, safe enough for your child to be in the car seat, but it's too loose. And so that's what the danger comes with winter coats and car seats, that there's just too much air in the fabric and you aren't going to get that tight harness fit that's required to keep your child safe.
So what are some options that parents can utilize? Because it's cold outside, we want to keep our child warm, but what are some options? How do we go about this then?
Yeah, so there are 3 different options that we typically share with families. The first is to just dress your child in warm clothing, pants, long sleeve shirt, hat, gloves, maybe even a light fleece jacket. And then buckle them to your car seat like you would, tighten the harness down, making sure that you can't pinch any fabric, always do the pinch test. And then...
So if they're wearing a light jacket or something like that, this is the right tightness of the harness. Good.
Yeah. See, this bear's kind of got a little fleece jacket on, and you can get a good fit with that because it doesn't hold any air within the fabric. So make sure it's tight enough, and then just cover them with a blanket.
Perfect. And then to be safe and sound traveling that way, right?
You'll be safe that way. You'll be warm, and then you won't have to worry about the harness not being tight enough. The second option is similar. Buckle them into the car seat as you would normally in warm clothing, pants, long sleeve shirt, hat, gloves, maybe a light fleece jacket. And then what you're going to do, after you do the pinch test, always make sure the harness is tight enough. You're just going to put their winter coat on backwards.
The harness is underneath, so in the unlikely event of a car crash, the child's going to stay secure in their car seats, and they're going to stay warm right here.
The third option is kind of opposite of what we showed you earlier. Instead of putting the bear in the car seat inner coat and then taking it off, we're going to put the bear in the car seat with outer coat, tighten it down so that we know the harness is tight enough, and then we're going to unbuckle the car seat without adjusting the harness. We're not going to loosen them. We're just going to unbuckle. And then you're going to put the winter coat back on. And then you're going to buckle them back into the car seat, again without adjusting the harness. And it's going to feel really tight. And it may even be a little bit hard to buckle, but because you've adjusted the harness without the coat on, you know that harness will be snug to the child in the event of a crash.
And of course, if this is too difficult, always refer to one of the other 2 options to make sure that your child stays warm and you're able to transport them safely.
Yes, it is Montana. Part of protecting our children is keeping them warm and safe in the winter, and we just want you to have options to make sure that you can travel safely in your car.
Now, Kira, one thing that I read a statistic that anywhere between 70 to 90% of car seats are being used improperly. Where can families go to make sure that they're using their car seat correctly?
Yeah, so there are several options in Missoula for families to have their car seat inspected by a certified child passenger safety technician. These people are trained in car seat installation and use, and they can help you make sure that you are both using it correctly and then installing it correctly in your vehicle. You can get your car seat checked at Missoula Rural Fire District the second Saturday of every month from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You do have to make an appointment. You can also get your car seat checked at Missoula Emergency Services on the second Wednesday of the month from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Drop-ins are welcome, but you can also call and make an appointment if you prefer. And then you can also go to Frenchtown Rural Fire during the weekday by appointment, and they have technicians on hand to help you as well. There are also car seat checks available in Ravalli County, and we will leave contact information on the screen for all the fitting stations as well as Ravalli County, so you can find a fitting station that works for you.
And if somebody has further questions, how can they reach you?
So you can call Safe Kids Missoula at any time. Our number is 926-2522. In addition to helping families with safety information, we can also provide you referrals to other agencies in town that provide safety services to families.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And you can also reach me with the Buckle Up Montana Coalition at 406-258-3880 for more information.
Great.
Right on time.
Of course, the phone would ring again.